Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? Today we bring a new invention and we are looking at player offline machines. So you may have all seen kind of this design before. I think the original YouTube, I got it from months and months and months and years ago. When I started using this machine, it was actually standing up, but I lay mine down, but that's not the point. What it basically does is it tests for all players, and when a new player joins or leaves, it sets off the observer triggering the commands. Now, that was fine pre 1.16, but this actually only works for up to 15 players. Once your world hits more than 15 players, which it can do now, it can go up to 30. This won't fire the machine off. So I've come up with a way that will work for maximum players, and I'm going to kind of show you what I mean by it won't work. So I've got a similar little setup here, just testing for a cow. So and we'll watch this light. When we get to 15, it will stop flashing. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and it's getting loud. And when I put the 16th in, it no longer flashes. So if these were players joining your world, it's no longer going to remove or add them to the score, or change the score. When, say, if the 17th player left, it would still keep the player offline. So, oh, that was gruesome. That can go as well. There we go. So this is kind of obsolete now, because it uses that 15 signal strength. So every time when it tests for one player, it has a signal strength of 1, then 2, 2, 3, 3, and so on. So that's what the observer is actually detecting, the change in signal strength. So once it gets to 15 and higher, it's no longer going to have any changes in signal strength, because 15 is the maximum. So I have come up with this little machine. The only downfall you may have noticed already is a slight flicker every now and again in the scoreboard, but I think that is okay for now. I will there we go, it goes again. I am still trying to think of how to remove that, but for now this is what I've got as a quick temporary fix for anyone popular who's going to have more than 15 players in their world. So just to kind of show, I can get a score. This is just giving everyone a score of 1. If I join with my pocket edition, there we go, you can see he comes in. Oh, sorry, that machine went off. That's why I disabled it before. There we go. See, he's got 3, 4, I've got 9. Make him leave, and he disappears from the scoreboard. I'll just show you again so you can see him arrive without that other machine going off. There we go. So it works exactly the same as the other one, just fewer commands. So you get the same effect, but it will work for unlimited amount of players. So good for servers as well. So we start off with a repeating command block, unconditional, always active, and we're adding, you don't necessarily have to have this if you don't want to be on the scoreboard until they first get their first score, depending how you're giving them the score. So this is optional, just to put them on the scoreboards when they first join. So scoreboard players are all scores equals score, exclamation mark 0 ... score 0. So anyone who doesn't have a score basically will be added would be given a score of 0. You could just add at all score 0, but that would just constantly be running, constantly be adding 0 to everyone. So just to reduce the runtime of it, I put that little extra argument in. Just a note, this is the setup. Just before I should do this before. You want to add a score. You don't have to have these in command blocks. I'll just do it so that they're ready to show you when I prepare for the tutorial. Scoreboard objectives, add score display. Now that could be anything. That could be, say if you're using this as a money system, that could be money display. If you're using it as death count or kill count, it could be kill display, death display. If you watch my previous kill and death count videos, you see I add those ones. But it could be named whatever you want. Just know that this scoreboard is the one that will be displayed. So that's why we've got the extra bit at the end to say that's what the display name is, because we don't want it to be messy and have that underscore and everything. So I call it player scores for this example. Then we're going to add the objective which you would interact with. So this is the one that you would add or minus scores depending on what you're using the scoreboard for. So scoreboard objectives, add score dummy, or just like the previous one, that could be deaths, could be kills, it could be money. So if you're creating a money system, you would have your shops interact with this score, so it would test for this score, or will in your arguments, in your target selector arguments, or it will add and remove from this score when you buy and sell. The other one is just solely for the display, and then you want to add it to the sidebar. So scoreboard objective, set display, sidebar, score display. So the way the previous one worked, just a note, is when someone joined or left, it would actually remove the display score, remove the actual objective, then it will add the objective again and then set it to display. So that's how that one worked. So you would get a flicker of the scoreboard every time someone left or joined, because it would remove it and re-add it, and that removes player offline, so that scoreboard. This does something a little bit different. So in this command block, so we've looked at that one, that's the add in the 0. Then in an unconditional chain always active command block, we're doing a scoreboard players reset, the time sign, and then score display. So that reset actually resets everyone, so that's why the next command is next to re-add everyone. But that's that one there. And then in a chain conditional always active, this is the same as the other one. We are transferring the score from score to score display, and it looks like it's the other way around, but the way this reads is score display is score. So that's how we transfer, but we're executing at all players, scoreboard players operation at self score display equals at self score. So that transfers and puts the score back. That's why we get the slight flicker, because it's resetting me and then putting me back on. The reason why I do it on the score display is because I don't want to lose scores. If I put it on, if I put this on the actual score, it would just wipe my score, and then of course there'd be nothing to transfer. So that's why we have the score display, just to display the score, and we save all the scores in a hidden background. If I did, if I set the display as the score, instead of score display, we'll have all the player offline, but it's a background working scoreboard. So that's it. Don't think there's anything else to explain. Thank you for watching. If you can like, subscribe and put those notifications on, I'll be releasing more videos soon, but hopefully this works out for you. Thank you.